back door, finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven had a reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Out to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for two.
Still backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
The puck tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker. Found another goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz!
Little right-handed dribble, goes to Reichel, deep three-pointer on the way! That's good!
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the three, and it's good.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Friday. The 13th to you. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes, and welcome to our pregame show where the West Fargo Packers welcome the Fargo South Bruins here tonight at West Fargo High School. The Fargo South Bruins, the boys at 4 wins and 4 losses on the season, 4-3 in Eastern Dakota Conference play, while for the West Fargo Packers at 3-5 and 3-4 in the EDC. Following this game, we'll get to the girls contest between the Bruins and alongside the Packers as well. West Fargo 1-3 in their last 4 games. Picked up a win a week ago on Friday at West Fargo Cheyenne, then lost at Fargo Davies on Tuesday 97-59, while on the opposite side for the Fargo South Bruins, they're 2-2 in their last 4 games, and for Fargo South, they were able to defeat West Fargo Horace on Monday by 8, 70-62, then lost at Moorhead on Tuesday 86-74. The Bruins on the season led by James Hamilton. So far in 7 games, he's played the 6'4 junior guard with 21 points and 10 rebounds. Well, for the West Fargo Packers, it's been a mixture of players. You have Tony Leal with 15 and 12. He's been consistent. Isaac Fintz with 13 a game as well here for the West Fargo Packers. Still to come, we'll take a look at other games going on across the Eastern Dakota Conference. And with that, we will get to the starting lineups and the opening tip as well. So West Fargo Packers and the Fargo South Bruins. It's EDC basketball, a doubleheader tonight from West Fargo. Our Coach's Corner is next here on yourliveevent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town. We're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsboro, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onsteadlaw.com.
Continue on our pregame show here today from the West Fargo High School. It's the Packers hosting the Fargo South Bruins as part of our doubleheader, and the boys are up first. Joining us now is Fargo South head coach. That is Mike Hendrickson here. And Mike, we get to the middle part of January. It always is the middle part of the season. Sometimes you play less games, sometimes you play more, barring on what Mother Nature allows. But at the end of the day, what have you seen from your team to where, I'm not superstitious, but on Friday, the January the 13th here, what have you seen from your team so far at the midway point kind of the season?
Well, I just heard that today on my way to school. I didn't know it was Friday the 13th either. And everybody said, is everybody scared about the 13th? But it's like, it's one of those deals is we just keep moving on, keep chugging away. And, we missed some games early on. I think there was a 3-week period of time where we didn't have a game. And so we were practicing against each other and we kind of got stale and bored with each other. But now we've made up those games. We're kind of right where we need to be. We're 4-4, not a great record, but we're 500 where we're fighting those type of things. And like you said, it is January. And sometimes, having games, this is our 3rd game this week. And, games are a lot more fun than having that practice against your same buddies every single day. So, I'm hoping that we had a good practice last night and just, getting ready to play another game. And that's where we need to be at.
And we'll go over some of your particular players in this one, Mike, but let's start with West Fargo first. This has been a team for a handful of seasons where it's been a Bierenkot, a Lemke, a Pease, or someone that just feels like they've been there forever. And now there's some new players that are on this year's roster. What stands out from an Anna Palczewski team that you're expecting to see here coming up later tonight?
Well, one of the things when you play any of Adam's teams, they play so hard. And, we've been watching film on them and have watched about 3 or 4 of their last games. And, they go and they score in the 90s. And there's not very many teams in the EDC that have 4 kids on their team that are all scoring in double figures. So right now you're telling it's a good balanced team. And you mentioned that they don't have that superstar. And I think they've kind of figured out that we don't need that Brett Lemke to go do this for us. We're going to do this together as a group. And so that's a big concern of ours is, you can't key on one person and say, hey, we're going to take away his right hand and now we can limit something there. You have to do it to all their players. So, we've been challenging our kids that we're putting you guys on islands when you're going to be playing your defense tonight. So understand that how you have to do those things.
And you mentioned about your players here now, Mike, a guy that's averaging right around a double-double this season, James Hamilton. I know he burst on the scene last year as well. A lot of people were talking about how he was able to perform on the offensive side of the ball. What have you seen from James so far this season?
Well, this year, and again, we know what we're going to get offensively from James, but what I'm impressed with James this year is his defense has stepped up. As a freshman or as a sophomore last year, it was kind of like figuring out what do I do, how do I play, and he did a great job offensively, but then he was always questioning himself on defense. And I think he's answered some of those questions about how hard I need to play on every single play and every single night. And we seem to be a pretty deep team this year. We've been playing about 10 kids every game, and we can give him that rest. And we can say, you get 2 minutes here in the middle of the first half, and you get 2 minutes here towards the end of the first half. And so he can be fresher when we need him. And so he's understood that my role has to be a well-rounded player, not just on the offensive side.
And another guy that's having a nice season, Dean Grant. Same question here, Mike. Just what does he provide to this year's version of the Bruins?
One of the things, about halfway through the year last year, same type of thing. Dean figured it out that, hey, I can score, but I also can play defense. I can be an athlete. And he is a really good athlete. He has aspirations to go be a college basketball player and has some colleges talking to him right now. But he's about 6'3", handles the ball well. We're kind of move him to the point in the next couple of weeks here, let him do some more ball handling to give us some pressure, take some pressure off of our Will Locker and our other guards. But, he just is, put a lot of time in the gym and shooting the ball, and he has a really nice looking shot. And like I said, he's an athletic kid, has had 5-6 dunks this year. And he just wants to be a good basketball player, and he wants to be a good teammate. And that's what we've been, preaching. Like I said, we're into this time in January, so we're challenging him all different ways. And we've been talking about what's it like to be a teammate and doing a lot of work with that.
Final thing for you, Mike, you kind of mentioned it, 10 guys playing. What's the difference from a coach's point of view when some years you're probably starting with 6-7 players, that's kind of, and you're trying to build an eighth or you're building a ninth. Other years you just have a bunch of guys that you're like, I can put anyone on the floor at any given time. And whether it's 5 minutes a game or maybe 20 minutes a game, what's it like from a coach's perspective? You get to this point of the season, but you can play, double digits, whether it's guys starting or guys coming off the bench.
It's all that team mentality, and again, like I said, we've been playing 10, but we've had 2 games where we've only played 8. And so now it's a part of getting those other 2 to understand that, I wish we could play everybody, but we just can't. As a coach, you're trying to figure out slowing the game down, or what do you need to do to make that game work. And our guys have all accepted that. They understand that, hey, here's what we want to do. Here's how we need to play. And just by doing that, I think the camaraderie amongst our team has elevated itself. So I like it. I like having more players. I mean, I think it does give us a chance to maybe put a little bit more pressure on people. Now, take that back a little bit. West Fargo's a team that's going to put a ton of pressure on the court all the time. We got to be able to match that, and I'm hoping that our 10 kids can match that.
Hey, Mike, as always, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck here against West Fargo tonight.
Hey, thank you very much.
That again, Mike Hendrickson of the Fargo South Bruins will continue on our pregame show after this.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
As we continue on our pregame show, join us now, part of our Coach's Corner from West Fargo High School. That is Adam Palczewski. And Adam, every year is a little bit different. Some years you bring back almost the entire starting five. Other years you graduate everybody, and there's maybe not as much experience. 8 games into a season, from a coaching point of view, how do you develop roles, whether it's starters or guys coming off the bench, or role players that maybe played 10 minutes a year ago that are maybe playing 25 minutes this year? How do you do that as a coaching staff?
Yeah. Well, I'm experimenting with different things right now. Guys are playing hard. They're doing what they need to do. The biggest thing is, because we don't have anyone who's the guy, no one that has returning experience. We're kind of being almost too timid, not aggressive enough. Tony Leal has been fantastic this year on the glass, and he's probably our leading scorer and most consistent player. But the guard play, everyone's being almost too unselfish and passing up open shots, and they have to realize that they're not watching Carson Hagley and Brett Lemke anymore. They're the guy now. You got to shoot when you're open, and I'm going to trust you to take good shots. And I know that you're going to make a bunch of them because you practiced. So we're just trying to develop that mentality, and we'll see if we can do it in less than a season.
And let's talk about some of those guys. Nick Perry so far. You mentioned Tony and Isaac Fitz. Those guys are averaging about 14, 15 a game. And Tony's, averaging a double-double. What has those three just brought to the floor so far this season from a Packer point of view?
Tony's been, probably the hands-down best player on our team, the guy you got to deal with. He goes and gets his numbers every night, and he doesn't do it in a selfish way. He's a pretty unselfish player. And it's really funny. I was talking with some other coaches about this who've been good recently, and no one knows who Tony Leal is because he hasn't played the last 2 years. He's a junior. Well, we've been good the last 2 years. So when you're good, you play seniors and juniors. And when you're bad, you play freshmen. That's kind of how it goes. So some of these guys that they played on bad teams. Everyone knows who they are. They put up stats. But Tony Leal's a good player. And Tony Leal would be playing for a lot of teams. Last year, Isaac Fitz would have been starting for a lot of teams. He just couldn't break the starting lineup because we were in the state championship game again. So these guys they're good players. They're consistent. They're still learning their roles a little bit, but they're guys I can count on, and just trying to get those names out there so people can see what they got.
And now you're going up against the Fargo South Bruins here. From a Mike Hendrickson standpoint, you've coached him a number of times here, AP, but what stands out this year against a Fargo South, a team that's been scrappy, climbed their way, kind of very similar to maybe from a box score standpoint from your point of view so far this season, AP?
Well, again, you got to guard Hamilton. He's a fantastic player, good scorer. And they run a lot of good little back picks, a lot of good screen-to-screener action that we'll have to work on and switching out and changing some things there. But the biggest thing is keep them out of the paint. If you can keep them from getting shots near the rim, if you make them shoot longer shots, just like about any team, they're going to miss more of those shots. Then we can get out in transition. If they're scoring at the rim, if they're getting straight line drives, not just Hamilton, but they have a few guys that can get to the basket, we're going to be in some trouble because we're not. The margin for error for our team this year is less than it ever has been. So defensively is where it starts for us, taking some things away from them and trying to make it hard for their better players to score. And hopefully from there, we can take advantage of some transition baskets and get out and run a little bit and get some buckets.
Final thing for you, Adam, before we let you go, I know you've always preached this, it's bigger than the game, right? You have life lessons that you maybe learn on and off the court that hopefully once you graduate from West Fargo High School, move on to your next endeavor, that hopefully you learn something bringing with you once you get a little bit older, become a quote unquote grown up and everything along the way. So what is basketball life lessons in your program? What does that mean to kids that, maybe come back 4 or 5 years later and they say, hey, maybe what you're coaching and preaching, we heard a little bit along the way, and what does it mean for the guys that are currently in the system right now?
The guys that buy in, and we've had some really good buy-in the last few years. That's why we've been so good. It's not just the talent; it's they believe in what we're doing. There's a lot that goes to what we believe in. Honesty, integrity, accountability are 3 of the pillars that we kind of build stuff on. But right now, because of the team we have and the lack of experience, we're working on leadership. And we have guys that are trying to lead by example, by playing hard, given they're all in practice and they're saying the right things. But the next step, and I'm kind of finding this as well with trying to teach these guys, the next step is actually caring about your teammate. Like, yeah, you can say the right thing and you can say, we have to be better, we have to do this. And at some point, you got to sit down with the guy who's struggling and ask him, how are you doing? How are you really doing? And have those talks. Do you have a good enough relationship with that person that they know you care and they're willing to open up and say some things that maybe they're keeping on their shoulders? And that is the next step for us. Talent-wise, we're really fast, we're athletic, we're not as tall as other teams, but we have a lot of skill. And we need to start really caring about each other as people and as humans. And if you do that, you can be really successful in whatever organization you're going to be in, because people will trust you enough to risk something, and they know they're, it's not a completely safe environment, but there's not going to be a consequence for taking a risk, because people behind you trust you and got your back. So that's the biggest thing we're working on this year, and we'll see how it goes.
Hey, Adam, as always, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck here against Fargo South here this evening.
Thanks, Chase. Appreciate it.
That again, Adam Palczewski for the West Fargo Packers. Will continue on our pregame show after this.
Wilf Dagelman started Dagelman Industries 60 years ago with one thing in mind. He wanted to make products that had a true impact on the farm. The foundation of Dagelman remains the same today. Build simple, heavy, reliable equipment that will last for generations. We choose to innovate rather than imitate and work hard to remain an industry leader. Wilf truly said it best. Build it right, build it heavy, and build it to last from top to bottom. If you're interested in joining our team, visit Dagelman.com to view our openings.
Final segment on our pregame show here before we get to the opening tip and the starting lineups from West Fargo High School here today for an EDC basketball doubleheader featuring the Packers of West Fargo and the Fargo South Bruins. Fargo South, 4 wins, 4 losses on the season, averaging 68, while defensively giving up 68 points per contest. While for the West Fargo Packers, 3-5 on the year, they're averaging 75 points per game, while defensively giving up 79 points per contest. And after today for the boys, 8 of their next 12 games will be on the road for West Fargo. Last season, the Packers were able to sweep Fargo South in their 2 meetings on January the 4th, 86-54, and then West Fargo topped the Bruins at South on February the 12th in a very barn-burner classic of a game, 85-79. The next meeting will be the regular season finale for both teams on Thursday, February 23rd from Fargo South High School. Then that weekend is the EDC play-in with the week after the quarters, semis, and alongside the state qualifiers and the EDC championship. That'll again be at the Shields Center that Thursday, Friday, Saturday with the girls and the boys going on the north end of Fargo. The West Fargo Packers a year ago, 20 wins, 7 losses, finished state runner-up to the Minot High Magi after winning the state championship in the 2020-21 season over Minot High, while for the Fargo South Bruins last season, 10-14, losing to Fargo North in a loser-out game in the Eastern Dakota Conference Tournament, 81-64. Our officials tonight are going to be Jeremy Carney, Ryan Gellner, and Jeff McCracken. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. Game 1 again of our doubleheader between the Packers and the Bruins, then game number 2 coming up. When we come back after this, we'll get to our starting lineups, brought to you in part by our friends at American Family Insurance with Chris Heisey Agency, as they're there to serve and help meet your insurance requests from home, auto, commercial, and ranch. For more information, you can go online to chrisheisey.com. That again is chrisheisey.com. That's next, the starting lineups, and then we'll get to the opening tip here as it's the Packers and the Bruins in an EDC Boys basketball contest tonight on your liveevent.com.
Kennels located in Castleton, North Dakota. We offer boarding for all of your furry companions. Whether you're going on vacation or you have an emergency, we are here for you. We know they are a member of your family, and we will treat them as if they were one of our own. Kennel tours are always welcome. Check us out on Facebook at Kate's Kennels or visit our website at kateskennels.com. Give us a call at 701-347-4176 for all your furry friend boarding needs.
Fact. High schools need every sports official they can find. Want to ensure that kids keep playing? Become an official and a leader. Over 25,000 North Dakota student athletes participate in statewide school-sponsored sports programs. Sports provide students with real-time training for real life. Teamwork and planning under pressure provide our young men and women with skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Without officials, high school sports wouldn't exist. It may be more.
It's now time to get to our starting lineups here between the West Fargo Packers and the Fargo South Bruins. As our starting lineups again are brought to you in part by American Family Insurance with Chris Heisey Agency here at the American Family Company here today with Chris Heisey. As the Fargo South Bruins clad in their gold uniforms here tonight with brown numerals and lettering with the Bruin paw and the Bruin numbers up front here. Fargo South 2-2 in their last 4 games. Head coach by Mike Hendrickson in his 26th season as a head coach here for the Fargo South Bruins. They'll go like this. Dean Grant, a 6'4" senior forward, 14 points and 4 rebounds. William Locker, the 6'1" senior guard, averaging 7 points and 4 boards. You have James Hamilton, the 6'4" junior guard, 21 points and 10 rebounds per game. Cole Kegma, the 6'4" junior forward, Kegma averaging 7 and 8 a contest. And DeAndre Watson, the 6'3" senior forward, averaging 3 points and 4 rebounds. Grant, Locker, Hamilton, Kegma, and Watson. Fargo South again head coach under Mike Hendrickson. From there to now the West Fargo Packers with our American Family Insurance starting lineups under the guidance of head coach Adam Palczewski with a mark of 3 wins, 5 losses on the season, 3-4 in Eastern Dakota Conference play here for the Packers. As take a look at how West Fargo will roll here tonight. Nick Prairie is the 5'11" senior guard, averaging 15 points and 2 assists here so far this year for Prairies. You have Cole Tiedemann, 4 points and 2 rebounds. Cole, a 5'10" senior guard. Isaac Fitz here wearing number 20. Isaac Fitz, the 6'2" senior guard, averaging 13 points. Keaton McGregor, the 6'1" junior guard, averaging 8 points. And Tony Leal, the 6'4" junior forward, averaging 15 and 12. So Prairie's, Tiedemann, Fitz, McGregor, and Leal here for the West Fargo Packers. That again is our starting lineups brought to you in part by American Family Insurance with Chris Heisey Agency. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is there to be there for you. Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance. For more information, go online to chrisheisey.com. That again is chrisheisey.com. For this contest, 2 18-minute halves with a 30-second shot clock here tonight in Class A boys basketball. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes, and the opening tip is up at 6:10, and we'll have a re-tip here for this one. As we'll go in the center circle again for Kegba and Leal. This one's going to be up, tapped, and then going to the ground right away is going to be McGregor, as West Fargo Packers will get the ball offensively to open up this contest. Prairie's with it. West Fargo sees a man pressure defense by the Bruins. Cole Tiedemann looking on the interior here, spinning his Leal off the window, good for 2. Tony Leal with 6 double-doubles so far in 8 games played for the West Fargo Packers, and he is number 1, so to speak, on the scouting report. You have him, you got Prairies, you got Fitz averaging double digits, and they get a steal. Layup, no. Put back by Leal is good. Isaac Fitz with the miss, but Tony Leal now with 4 points and a rebound, and quickly West Fargo gets out to a 4-0 lead here. Fargo South in the front court with Dean Grant, the 6'4 senior, averaging 16 a night. Make that 14 a night. Now to DeAndre Watson, reverse it right-hand side to Locker. Locker with a little curl hop through the paint, 10-footer, gets it to go. Locker gets the Fargo South Bruins in the scoring column for the first time here this evening as West Fargo now brings it in the front court. Dribble handoff with Fitch, driving kick action to Leal. Leal's going to spin at the high post, almost lost it, goes down to a knee. He's got 3 Bruins around him and finds a teammate there as here goes McGregor. Near sideline out of Prairies. Prairies able to get to the 10, left-handed layup though off the mark. Good rebound by James Hamilton as they push the tempo. DeAndre Watson into the paint, gets fouled and count it. DeAndre Watson with the and one opportunity here for the Fargo South Bruins. Basket is good as the foul will come across here on Tiedemann. That'll be his first and the team's first as Watson goes to the free throw line to try to give Fargo South their first lead early in this contest. And Watson misses that one, but 4 straight points here by the Packers. And now we're tied at 4 apiece here at the 16:30 mark of this first half of play. West Fargo top of the key. They want the lead right back off the mark. No good. Isaac Fitz on the miss. Ball gets tapped out, and, well, it will be another opportunity here for Nick Prairies and West Fargo. Fitz left wing looking inside for Leo. Little 4-out-1 in offense. The one again is Leo. Prairies probing, nothing there as they give it back to the top of the key. Ripping it through his Tiedemann. Lost it for a moment. Cole gets it back now at the left elbow. West Fargo with Leo going hard on in the inside by Watson. Fade away off the mark and a rebound by Hamilton. And Hamilton going right down Main Street. Shot gets blocked by Leo. West Fargo with McGregor will work with it now in the front court for the Packers. McGregor going hard down the paint. Finger roll layup. Can't get it to go. And we'll have a foul on Fargo South. Bruins will be on Locker. That'll be his first, the team's first as well, as we'll have Keaton McGregor to the free throw line. So far, West Fargo with 4 points, all by Tony Leal. Free throw attempt on the first. That one's going to rattle out. Free throw opportunity number 2 upcoming here as West Fargo will make a couple substitutions as Peyton McGregor, the 5'8 senior, MX foul will come in. Keaton and Peyton, the brothers. Peyton the older, Keaton the younger brother at the free throw line. Free throw opportunity rattles in. And West Fargo regains the lead here at 5-4 with 15:45 left in this first half of play for the Packers. Fargo South, right-hand side. Nice backdoor find to Hamilton. Kangba with the assist, and James Hamilton with her first field goal. And the Packers are trailing for the first time tonight. For Fargo South, 3 different players so far in the scoring column with their 6 points. This one, Peyton McGregor gets to the paint, rises, shoots, and scores. Peyton McGregor right off the bench for head coach Anna Polcheski gets the Packers right back into this one. If the early couple of minutes here are any indication of what we'll have tonight for 2 halves of basketball, it should be a dandy here from West Fargo. Kagpot goes, driving kick. Left-hand side, DeAndre Watson. That one rattles in for 3. DeAndre Watson now with 5 points. His season high is 11. Other side of the floor, Peyton McGregor takes a hard power dribble, gets to the paint, smooches one off the window, and we're knotted at 9 apiece. Tied at 4, now tied at 9 here as Hamilton will handle it between the legs, rises from the free throw line short. Rebound underneath to Locker. He's got a double team around him. Ball gets poked and prodded out of play here by West Fargo. Jeremy Carney, Ryan Gellner, and Jeff McCracken are officials here tonight in this EDC boys basketball contest. The girls game coming up on the nightcap, and we'll have a turnover here on Fargo South. West Fargo working with it, and we'll have a foul on the floor. This will be on DeAndre Watson, his first, and the team's second. As the Packers will inbound the basketball as they'll go here on the baseline here with Keaton McGregor. As McGregor will inbound it to the right of the baseline here for the West Fargo Packers. And this one's going to be stolen away. Other end of the floor for Hamilton. Gives it off now to Dean Grant. Watson to the baseline now to Hamilton again. This one goes to the top of the key here for Fargo South. And then we'll have a blocking foul on the Packers, as this one will come across on Peyton McGregor, his first and the team's second. So far, some early numbers. The Bruins shooting well from the floor when they don't turn it over. So far, 4 of 5 from the field, while for the West Fargo Packers currently shooting 4 of 8 from the floor. Fargo South rising. Hamilton, baseline jumper off the mark. No rebound coming down to Keaton McGregor. And now the Packers bring it to the front court. That's with Max Foul. Foul to the top of the key as they look to reverse it, and they won't. They'll go to the right-hand side to Isaac Fitch. Driving kick action on the interior, and there's a steal. Packers turn the ball over. Here's Locker. Will bring in the front court. Beginning back and hustling will be Peyton McGregor for the Packers. So a steal for a steal here. As now both teams are playing a little bit sloppy in the last 60 seconds of play. But neither was able to really take advantage in terms of a mini run, in terms of getting up 4-0, 6-0 quickly. Fitz with trying to shot fake and get his man up in the air. Did everything, but lost it, regains possession. And Isaac Fitz just says, I just need an extra moment or two to collect myself and finish one in the paint. 11-9 West Fargo. Hamilton, right-hand side to Locker. Locker will handle it here on the baseline. Right wing free throw line extended. Locker rips it through. Pass across the paint gets tipped. Near side to Dean Grant. He'll shoot the high arching three. No. Rebound put back on the way. No by Kegba. And going up, and that one's going to be a foul here as James Hamilton will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And they will say it's going to be on the floor, so no shot. The foul will be on Peyton McGregor. His second, and that'll be the team's third of the contest. Fargo South led by the 5 points of DeAndre Watson for West Fargo, the 4 points of Tony Leal and Peyton McGregor as both teams make a couple of substitutions. Evan Booth, a 6'1" guard in the game, a sharpshooter here for Fargo South. Also Drew Shamba in and just inbounded it. Bruins will spin with Dean Grant, right-hand side of the aforementioned Shamba off the right iron, no good. And a rebound to Isaac Fitz. Nick Prairie's now in the front court here for the West Fargo Packers as Max Foul sets a ball screen to try to get a cutting teammate and Fitz open on the baseline. Tony Leal asking for it on the interior, and nothing was granted. Left-hand side now is going to be Max Shell, the 5'10 senior for West Fargo. Right-hand side three-pointer going to be off the mark. Rebound gets tousled out for. Jumper from 10 feet off the back tab, no good by Fitz. But a third opportunity here for West Fargo. Fitz, another chance, and he got it to go. Isaac Fitz with his 17th made triple of the season, and West Fargo on a little 5-0 run right now here for the Packers. Fargo South will look to answer with Hamilton. A little clear out for Hamilton to get to the paint. Can't get it to go, however. Tony Leal will collect the defensive rebound. Here goes Nick Prairie's. Prairie's a 10-foot shot off the mark, and ball will be tapped out of play to the Fargo South Bruins. Checking into the contest here for West Fargo as Leal will check out, and Keaton McGregor will come back in here for West Fargo. Tied at 4, tied at 9. Fargo South has taken an ever so brief lead here early in the first half, but other than that, it's been either a tie or West Fargo with the advantage. Right-hand side now to Reese Kessel, a 6'6 junior forward. Kessel gives it back to Booth here now at the top of the key to Kessel. Kessel, he'll shoot the right of the key three off the front iron, and a rebound to Keaton McGregor up the other end of the floor. Here goes Max Foul to the paint, and the shot gets blocked in transition by Hamilton. Hamilton with a great block shot here for the West Fargo Packers. And now we get a steal. Max Foul with another opportunity here. Got Hamilton, and Hamilton does it again. Another block by Hamilton. Foul tried the shot fake, got Hamilton up in the air for a moment. Then James was able to recollect himself, and somehow West Fargo still has the basketball now as they get a steal. Thinking about a three was Foul, thought better of it. Left-hand side as now it goes back to Shell. Right wing to McGregor. That's Keaton to the right of the key here to Fitz. Fitz going hard down the paint, gets fouled, and Fitz will go to the free throw line. West Fargo so far here today, 1 of 2 from the foul line. That'll be the third team foul on Fargo South, and the first coming up here on Dean Grant. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. Under 11 minutes to play here. It's the West Fargo Packers up by 5.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
After tonight for the West Fargo Packers, they will play at Grand Forks Red River on Tuesday, then travel to Devil's Lake, taking I-29 and Highway 2 to Devil's Lake a week from today. A pair of two-point contests coming up next for West Fargo. Well, for the Fargo South Bruins, they will host the Wahpeton Huskies on Tuesday, and then from there, they will travel to Red River for a two-point game for the Rough Riders. Free throw attempt by Fitz. The first one is good. Second one on the way here for Isaac with a team-high 6 points. That one off the iron, and a good rebound on the way by Evan Booth. Booth in the front court here, and ball going out of play as Max Fowl is trying to trail and get the turnover as they'll stay with the Fargo South Bruins. As Cole Tiedemann will check back in for Isaac Fitz. And West Fargo will handle that man pressure defense as we've seen throughout Adam Polcheski's tenure here. They like to get up in the passing lane, make it difficult from an offensive point of view. Fargo South with Evan Booth here, guarded there by Max Schell. Mike Hendrickson mentioned in our pregame show saying we'll have to handle the pressure defense, whether it's in the full court or the half court here against a Adam Polcheski-led Packer team. Kagba can't get the shot up before the buzzer, and that is going to be a shot clock violation here on Fargo South. So the turnovers are starting to mount a little bit here for the Bruins, and are also trying to get off the 9-point plateau. That's the fourth turnover of the game here for the Fargo South Bruins. Since it was 9-9, the last 6 points scored by West Fargo. With it, as Foul takes a ball screen with McGregor. Foul leaves it left-hand side, shot fake there from Prairies. Prairies bounce pass, high post touch for Keaton. McGregor looking to get by Kessel. Reach does a good job balling him off. Now it's to Shell. Leaves it right wing on the baseline now to Cole Tiedemann. Jumper inside, no. Shell will handle it, and then it's going to get taken away. And Fargo South now will recollect themselves. Bruins on the interior. That one too high for Kessel. Ball tipped out of play and a turnover here for the Fargo South Bruins. Fargo South coming in after a non-conference game on Tuesday. Third game here in 5 days for the Bruins, as Fargo South will recheck back in with Walker and Hamilton, as Booth and Kessel will head to the bench. Well, for the West Fargo Packers, played Cheyenne, played Davies. Third game since last Friday here for West Fargo. Foul thought about a three. A nice little hesitation cross. Lost it on his way up, and as he kind of lost it going high up in the air to try to block him was Drew Shamba. Kind of just levitated there for a moment, and Drew will pick up the foul. Shamba with his first and the team's fourth. The good news is, and knock on wood, since that week in December, kind of right before the holidays where we had a lot of snow in a little amount of time throughout the Red River Valley, we haven't been having too much of that moisture or that weather, and allowing teams to kind of, one, either get games in, or two, even get practices in here on the floor. As we'll have a substitution, as Mike Hendrickson thought that ball went off a West Fargo Packer and not a Bruin player, as they will talk it over here, and they will say it is going to stay with the West Fargo Packers. So at 11:30, it was 14-9. Since then, we've gone nearly 2 minutes with just 2 points, and those 2 points coming from West Fargo. Shell, hand off to Prairies. Prairies here on the right wing, looking for a cutting teammate. Finds one with Keaton McGregor as he goes up and he gets fouled here underneath. Keaton McGregor will go to the free throw line here, or is it going to be on the floor? We'll see what they say. And it's going to be in the act of shooting, so they will line him up here as McGregor will go to the free throw line to shoot the pair. Foul comes across here on Abu Trawali, the 5'9 junior guard. So Trawali will pick up his first and the team's fifth. For Fargo South, 5 different players right now with 1 foul. Free throw attempt by McGregor's off. And the second free throw attempt upcoming here for the West Fargo Packers, averaging 8 points and 2 rebounds for the 6'1 junior guard. Free throw opportunity number 2 on its way. Got it to go as McGregor goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line, as Fargo South will bring in the front court here with Cole Kagba. Kagba finds a teammate in Watson. Between the circles now, Trawali. He'll rise from 16 feet off the mark, and a rebound underneath, and Shell able to stake it away from DeAndre Watson. That was Cole Kagba, excuse me. With it now is Nick Prairies. Prairies at the right wing, dribble handoff to Shell. Leal asking for it on the inside, and that one's going to be out of play, and a turnover here by the West Fargo Packers. Other games going on tonight here in the Eastern Dakota Conference. You have Red River at Devil's Lake. Also West Fargo Horace making the short trek across town to Shanley. Davies at Wahpeton for a 2-point game tonight. And West Fargo Cheyenne at Fargo North. Hamilton spin, turns, and then Shell collects it, loses it. Here is West Fargo. And then there's a two-handed flush by Dean Grant. The first 2 points of the game here for Dean Grant come via the dunk, and it stops a 6-0 run. And Fargo South has their first point in what feels like a long while. Shot off the mark there by Leal. Other end of the floor. Here goes Grant. Grant will handle it to the paint. Rises from 12 feet. No. Rebound is Shell. Other end of the floor now for the West Fargo Packers in transition. Keaton McGregor, and there's going to be a blocking foul here on the Fargo South Bruins. Foul will come across on Cole Kegba, his first and the team's sixth. So far for West Fargo, they currently have 3, 2 with Peyton McGregor and 1 with Tiedemann. Inbounding the basketball here will be the aforementioned Cole Tiedemann with a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock for West Fargo. Tiedemann looking for it, finds a man as McGregor skips it left-hand side now to the baseline here as it goes back to Keaton. Keaton going hard down the paint, finger roll layup, can't get it to go. And Fargo South now, if they want to push, they got numbers. Kegba inside the paint to Hamilton. Hamilton gets fouled and count it. Tiedemann picks up the foul, his second, team's fourth. James Hamilton now with 4 points, a chance to make it 5 at the foul line. Hamilton season high this year, 32 points against West Fargo Cheyenne for Fargo South. As we'll have a couple substitutions as Isaac Fitz returns to the floor. Peyton McGregor also on here for West Fargo. Free throw opportunity for Hamilton to handle the and one. Off the front iron. Watson handles it underneath here, and now we're going to have a jump ball possession. We'll go to the Fargo South Bruins. So since it was 16-9, Fargo South with a dunk by Dean Grant, 2 points there with James Hamilton, and a 3 to try to tie this puppy up here as we get to the latter part of the opening half. South, nice little slip play on the interior, can't get it to go on the first try. Put back though by Hamilton is good. Cole Kegba was able to slip the screen there, and then Hamilton finishes it off now. Hamilton with the last 4 points for Fargo South, and the Bruins are back within 1 point. This one going up is going to be Peyton McGregor. Ball goes out of play. We'll have a substitution as Reese Kessel will check back into the game here for Fargo South as Cole Kegba will check out. And for the West Fargo Packers, they will inbound the basketball here with Cole Tiedemann again. This one, right-hand side, Fitz. Fitz gets to the paint, looks to pop a pass down to Leo. Ball out of play, and this will stay with West Fargo. But the ball never drew iron here as the Packers will re-inbound the basketball here and have another chance at this one. West Fargo to the right of the key. Three-pointer on the way. That one's good. Peyton McGregor with the 7th three-pointer of the season. He's got 7 to lead the floor for West Fargo as the Packers are back up by 2 possessions. Right-hand side goes Watson. Watson spins. Leo with the foul, and Watson counts it. DeAndre Watson with the spin cycle. He's got 7. Tony Leo will pick up his first. That'll be the team's 5th on West Fargo. Watson, again, just came in averaging 3 points per contest, but so far he's made 3 field goals and a chance to get up to 8 points here with a made free throw. Watson off the front iron, and this will come up short, and Peyton McGregor will get the defensive rebound, but the Bruins are back within 2. McGregor on the right wing, skips it left-hand side, now to Tiedemann to the paint, hang, shoot, no, Leal, offensive rebound, got it to go. And we'll have officials timeout here as Tony Leo just got hit in the eye here as he went on his way up inadvertently. And they'll have to check him out, make sure his eye's okay. And at times, too, with kids wearing contacts, that could be a whole nother incident as well. But you hope that Tony's going to be all right as it's 21-17 right now, West Fargo, with 7 minutes left to play as Leo will check out here of this first half, and for Fargo South, they will bring it in the front court, currently trailing it by 4. Grant with the basketball here, handoff now to Watson. Watson going to the paint, off the window, no. Putback can't get it, and Kessel tries to collect the offensive board, but Tiedemann was able to come down with it. Packers in the front court here. McGregor looking for a backdoor teammate. Instead throws it off the shin of DeAndre Watson. As they'll stay with West Fargo. Coming up on our halftime show, first half numbers. But you know what's coming up throughout the weekend here on yourliveevent.com. Again, go to our website as you see there on the scoreboard, yourliveevent.com for upcoming games and what we have to offer throughout the rest of January, February, and once we get into March as well, which it's about 6 weeks away here once we get through this weekend. Jumper off the mark, rebound by Kessel after the miss by Peyton McGregor, and now for the Fargo South Bruins, a chance to get back within one possession. Fargo South led ever so briefly for a moment early on after it was tied at 4, and then all of a sudden it's been West Fargo that's had the majority of the lead as the Packers get a steal. Fitz in transition here. Peyton McGregor hangs, shoots, and invented a shot but couldn't get it to go. Dean Grant, right-hand side now to Drew Shamba. Back to Grant here. Grant muscling his way. 10-footer off the mark. No. Rebound on the interior. Hamilton thought he had it, and Max Fowl ripped it away from him. Now it's to Prairie's right-hand side. Back to Fowl. Crosses over left to right, and there's going to be a foul here, and this one will come on Fargo South. The Bruins and Shamba will pick up the foul, his second, team 7th, so we'll have bonus free throws upcoming now for the Packers with Max Fowl going to the free throw line for the make one to get one opportunity as Shell will come back into the contest. So the 1-and-1 opportunity here for Fowl and the Packers. So far tonight for West Fargo, 3 of 6 from the foul line. They have one, make it 2 threes, while the other side here for the Fargo South Bruins, they currently are 0 of 3 from the free throw line with 1 3 for Fargo South. Foul, free throw attempt, make one to get one, buries the first. Packers now with 5 players in the scoring column. Second free throw attempt on the way here for Max. Second one, got it to go. So Foul goes 2 of 2 from the foul line here. The Packers are back up by 6. No team has led by double digits so far here in the first half. Left-hand side, Hamilton, left pocket 3. That one's going to be off the mark, and getting the rebound was Peyton McGregor. McGregor now in the front court. Peyton looking to go coast to coast. Right-handed scoop shot, no. Shell tries to collect the offensive rebound. Ball on a play to the Fargo South Bruins. So Fargo South here will handle a rock and try to get back within either 3 or 4 points here nearing the midway point of this EDC boys basketball contest. Bruins right wing to the baseline here. Jumper on the way by Shamba, off the mark, no. And then we're going to have a foul and a 2-point takedown. As McGregor, Peyton was going up for that one on the loose ball with him and Hamilton. And the foul will come on Peyton here. Much to Peyton's chagrin, and Adam Polcheski just looking over his way and saying, yeah, you went for the ball, but you just came down on a man. So that'll be Peyton's 3rd foul here, and that'll be the team's 6th. As Peyton will check out of the contest. Leal is back in. Good to see for West Fargo after getting poked in the eye. This one, the pick-to-picker play, that works out perfectly. Dean Grant for 2, as Grant now has 4. Other end of the floor, here goes the Packers to Prairies, who spins. Kick out to Foul. Foul gets by his defender, right-handed layup for 2. Max Foul now with 4 points off the bench for head coach Adam Polcheski. The Packers are back up by 6 here at 25-19. Right wing for Fargo South to the baseline. Now more to Drew Shamba. To Grant. Grant will handle it there. Grant takes a ball screen, rises 15-footer, tickles a twine. Dean Grant now with 6. Bruins are back within 4. Right-hand side for West Fargo as they leave it around the horn to Foul. Inside to Tony Leal. The block shot on the backside here by Hamilton. Dean Grant in transition. Grant, little Euro step. Right-handed layup, no. Shell with the rebound, and now the Packers will go the other way with it. Fitz gets the 10. Right-handed layup, no. Rebound put back. Leal can't get that one to go, and Shamba will collect a defensive rebound. Other end of the floor quickly here, as that's going to be a steal. Shell will come up with it as Foul was able to poke it away. Foul will try to collect the layup, and he does. Max Fowl with 6 points here. The Packers are back up by 6, 27-21 at the 4-minute mark here in this first half of playing a contest that started nearly 25 minutes ago. As Fargo bench starting to make some noise, get on their feet here. Right side Hamilton. Hamilton from the block and count it. James Hamilton with 8 and a chance to make it 9 at the line. Foul comes across here. Will be on foul his first, the team's 7th, and one opportunity here for the Fargo South Bruins and James Hamilton, as you'll have Race Kessel also back in as Kegba and DeAndre Watson. Watson with 7 so far here tonight for the Fargo South Bruins, and we'll have James Hamilton at the free throw line where he's 0 for 1 so far here tonight. 3-point opportunity off the mark. Kessel gets the offensive rebound. Power dribble off the window for 2. 4 quick points there for the Bruins, back within 2 here. Left-hand side goes Shell. Shell left wing, left of the key. 3-pointer on the way. Off the mark, no by Prairies. And a rebound to the Bruins here in Hamilton. Fargo South looking to tie or take the lead. Hamilton drive, kick. Watson up, no. Rebound, Kessel. Kessel spins, inside left-hand layup, no. Ball tipped by Kegba, another chance, no. It's still loose, putting it up as Grant can't get it to go, and it's free off of, and it goes to West Fargo. The Bruins had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 chances on that possession. Just couldn't get it to go as West Fargo will sub in with Keaton McGregor. Something that head coach Anna Polcheski told us during the pregame show was, we know we don't necessarily have that size as we've had in other years where you have 6'3", 6'4", 6'4". This year the 6'5" player in Tony Leal, and we kind of saw it there in terms of the rebounding prowess from Fargo South, but the Packers give up no points. Other end of the floor, here goes Fitz. Left-hand side Shell. Left pocket 3. Swirls out, and then they'll foul here on Fargo South with a clear out with Dean Grant. That'll be Grant's second team. Zathan will have a 1-and-1 opportunity here at the free throw line for the West Fargo Packers. Keaton McGregor so far 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Substitution here will be Locker into the game for Fargo South as Grant will check out. And free throw attempts upcoming now for the West Fargo Packers yet again. Girls game coming up next here in about hour 10, hour and a half. Free throw opportunity by McGregor is good. Second one on the way here for Keaton. Second free throw attempt is up and off the front iron. Rebound, going to be saved by foul, but he throws it right to a Bruin in Locker. Double team in the backcourt for Fargo South. Locker crosses that Packer emblem here, right-hand side for the Bruins to Kegba. Kegba at the right wing. Leaves it now to Kessel. Kessel back to Kegba. Kegba looks back door, finds one. Hamilton got it to go. James Hamilton, a stat stuffer, his 5th field goal. He's got 10, and the Bruins are back within 1. McGregor leaves it left-hand side. Leal, left pocket 3, and that rattles in. Tony Leal now with 9 points here for the Packers. And West Fargo, they've had the answer when Fargo South's been able to trim it to a 1-possession game. Hamilton, the front court, left-hand side. Now that goes to Locker. Locker for the right-handed reverse scoop. Almost got it to go. And then we have a foul here. This foul coming on the West Fargo Packers. And Max Foul, his second. And we'll have a 1-and-1 here as that is the 8th team foul. Foul opportunity here for Cole Kegba. This will be Cole's first free throw attempt of the game as Nick Prairies will check back in. As coming out will be foul. He's got 2. Tiedemann with 2. And McGregor with 3 here for the West Fargo Packers. Free throw opportunity here for Fargo South to try to make it a 1-possession game. Kegba shot, no. Rebound, though, by Watson. Kick out right-hand side 3 by Locker. Splash City! Locker with the triple. He's got 5, and the Bruins are back within 1. Other side, though, goes Fitz, and he got fouled on his way up with the hold with Cole Kegba. Kegba picks up his second. That'll be the team's 9th. And going to the line to shoot 2, here will be Isaac Fitz. Fitz with 6 points, 1 of 2 from the foul line. Isaac averaging 13 and 4 tonight. Free throw opportunity here for Fitz. Got it. Second free throw attempt upcoming for Isaac as Trawali will check in. Second one on the way for Fitz. Buries both of them, makes it a 3-point contest. As Fargo South will bring it into the front court here with Locker. Locker, right-hand side to Watson. DeAndre at the right wing, pops it now to Kessel. Kessel at the top of the key to Watson as they look to reverse it here. Watson uses up that dribble, handoff now to Hamilton. Hamilton looking to get by his defender, bounce pass Watson, inside block by Shell. The guard got up and blocked it. It's a 2-on-1 the other way, and losing it, and a traveling violation here with Keaton McGregor. Really good defense, though, by the 5'10 senior guard, giving up some size. The 6'3 DeAndre Watson and a Shell to come down with a defensive block here with 80 seconds now left to play in this first half. Fargo South, though, will get the basketball right back with a chance to tie or get back within one, and there's going to be a turnover. West Fargo will handle it, as this will be with Nick Prairies, as Prairies will cross the timeline now for West Fargo. Prairies left-hand side to Fitz. To the near sideline goes McGregor. Keaton with it at the free throw line. Keaton put the head down, and then Reese Kessel will come up with it. Other end of the floor as this one will go with Locker, and we'll have a technical foul here on Adam Polcheski. So a technical foul here on Adam Polcheski, as he wanted the foul on the last drive there for Keaton McGregor. Nothing was granted. Kessel went the other way, and then the technical foul came. So Fargo South will get the chance with the free throws here, and then we'll get the ball back. Free throw opportunity for Hamilton, got the first. Hamilton now with 11 points. Second free throw attempt on the way is good. Fargo South looking to make the most out of it here. As Fargo South can take the lead with a bucket late in this first half. Locker here in the front court at the right wing, now to Hamilton. Hamilton rises, he wants the lead, and he buries it with a triple. Hamilton with 15, his first three, and Hamilton with a 5-0 run, and the Bruins up by 2. Other end of the floor goes Fitz, right-handed finger roll layup as Fitz gets it to go. Other side now for Fargo South. Hamilton with it. Here's James will take a high ball screen. Gets by his defender. James into the paint. Teardrop. Can't get it to go. Rebound on the way for West Fargo with Fitz. Fitz with 10 seconds. Fitz leaves it left-hand side of the baseline. Triple on the way for McGregor. No. Rebound coming down to Fargo South. Here with Evan Booth up the floor to Hamilton, trying to beat the buzzer, and does. Hamilton able to beat the buzzer there for the 2 points for the Fargo South Bruins. And Fargo South takes the lead at the half, 37-35 on a flurry as they finish it on a 7-2 run. Coming up at the half, a look at the first half numbers and more. That's next here on your LiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Are you tired of the same old grower meetings? Then Precision Planting's Winter Conference 23 is for you. Announcing our new location for this year's event. Join us at the Alaris Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota, January 18th or 19th. You will hear from Precision Planting engineers and staff on new technologies, inputs, and practices. Winter Conference 23, January 18th and 19th at the Alaris Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. To register, visit planterdoc.com.
I'm really happy here because on a daily basis when I get here, I'm so excited to work with the people around me.
I thoroughly like walking through the door and seeing everybody. It's a great place to work.
Every Sunday I'm ready to come to work Monday morning. Like, we laugh and we joke, but we get work done. But I've never had a bad day here.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
As we come back here at the half, as you see all the kids on the center court shooting a three, you get a prize here inside West Fargo High School. An entertaining opening 18 minutes of play here in Class A basketball for the Fargo South Bruins as they lead at 37-35. As we'll take a look at the first half numbers here tonight from West Fargo. Team numbers, Bruins shooting 44% from the floor at 16 of 36. 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 7 right now from the foul line. Fargo South currently with 7 turnovers. For West Fargo, shooting 12 of 35 from the floor at 34%. 3 of 9 from beyond the arc, and 8 of 12 from the foul line here for the Fargo South Bruins. Rebounds, +1 for West Fargo, 22-21, and currently with 6 turnovers here for West Fargo. Individual numbers rolls like this. James Hamilton with a game-high 17 points so far. Hamilton with 17 points and 4 rebounds. 6 points by Dean Grant here. 7 by DeAndre Watson as well. Watson with 2 rebounds. From there, 5 points by William Locker. And then 2 points by Reese Kessel here for the Fargo South Bruins. Again, Fargo South led by the 17 with James Hamilton. From there, we go to the West Fargo Packers, as the Packers right now currently led by the 10 points of Isaac Fitz. Fitz 3 of 4 from the foul line with a made 3 as well. 9 points, 6 rebounds for Tony Leal. He's averaging a double-double on the night, and he's on pace to get there here for West Fargo. 7 points, 2 rebounds by Peyton McGregor, then with a made triple. Max Foul currently with 6 points, 2 of 2 from the foul line, and 3 points by Keaton McGregor here for the West Fargo Packers. Again, the Packers led by the 10 points of Isaac Fitz. At the half, it's a 2-point lead here for Fargo South. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back after this as we'll get you ready for the second half and also games to come for the Packers and the Bruins. That's all next here on our halftime show on your live event.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter. Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onsteadlaw.com.
Sponsor here tonight with our halftime show, and that is First Class Mortgage. Talk to the friends at First Class Mortgage, more than just their company name. It's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. They provide first-class service, first-class knowledge, and a first-class experience at the lowest interest rates. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. That again is firstclasscorp.com, providing our halftime show here tonight in West Fargo. For the Packers after tonight, a pair of road games next week on Tuesday at Red River and then Friday at Devil's Lake. Both games will result either in 2 wins or 2 losses in terms of it's a 2-point game in the conference. West Fargo returned home on January the 24th for another 2-point game against the Wahpeton Huskies. Well, for the Fargo South Bruins up next, they will square off with Wahpeton on Tuesday night at Fargo South. Travel to Red River on Friday for a 2-point contest, and they go to Devil's Lake for a 2-point contest on January the 24th here for the Fargo South Bruins. A reminder, for more information or for upcoming games, go to our website. That, again, is yourliveevent.com for upcoming games throughout the Red River Valley. As later tonight, we will have Northern Cass Central Cass for Region 1 boys basketball out in Castleton. You have Richland and Lisbon later tonight as well. Also Grafton and Thompson for a Region 2 boys basketball clash. So a lot of good contests here tonight in North Dakota. And then this weekend, some more hoops. South Border visits Lisbon for a basketball doubleheader. And then you can get ready for some wrestling as well next week. So a number of games to get to. But again, go to our website. That again is yourliveevent.com. At the half, it's the Fargo South Bruins with the 2-point edge, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. Our second half action is next on yourliveevent.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here from West Fargo tonight as the Bruins lead it by 2 at the half. Fargo South again led by the 17 of James Hamilton, averaging 21 points per contest. Almost got that in the first half. While for the West Fargo Packers, Isaac Fitz with 10. He's averaging 13 points per game here for the West Fargo Packers. And again, that is our halftime show, brought to you in part by our friends at First Class Mortgage. You can give a contact and get in touch with Dan and Greg today on 13th Avenue in Fargo, or for more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. That again is firstclasscorp.com. As we get ready for second half action here at West Fargo, the Packers with the win would get to 4-5 on the season, 4-4 in conference play. While for Fargo South, they're looking to get over the 500 mark with a win at 5-4 overall and 5-3 in conference play for the Bruins, that is. 3-pointer off the mark by Tiedemann here as the ball will get awarded to the Fargo South Bruins. So quickly here, Trawali will check in as coming out will be Locker, and Locker just might have rolled the ankle as they will come out here of the contest as a trainer will come in now here for Fargo South. So the Bruins will have Grant, Hamilton, Kangba, and Watson, and now Trawali on the floor. Abu at the right wing, back to Hamilton here. Hamilton top of the key, reverses it near side for the Bruins. Trawali looking on the interior. Now this goes, pops it past left wing to Watson, back up top to Hamilton here. Hamilton shoots the three off the front iron, and a rebound coming down to West Fargo here with Caton McGregor. Right-hand side, dribble pull, looking to shoot the three was Cole Tiedemann, thought better of it now to Leal. Leo looking to back his defender down, finds Tiedemann, right pocket, 3 on the way, rattles in. Tiedemann with this 10th made triple of the season, his first tonight, and the Packers are back up by 1. Yeah, Prairie's on the floor with Fitz, McGregor, that's Keaton, and Tony Leal here for West Fargo. Right-hand side is Strawally, and that'll be at the right wing, and we'll have a foul here on Fargo South, trying to post up on the inside. The foul will be on Dean Grant. That'll be his third and the team's first, and now Fargo South will have to make a substitution here as Kessel will check into the game as Watson will check out. And actually, Dean Grant will check out the game with those 3 fouls. For Fargo South, they'll also have Drew Shamba into the contest. Packers up by 1. It's been a single-digit game throughout this contest. Fitz up top, 3-pointer on the way by Tiedemann, rattles out and a board here to Fargo South to Shamba. Drew in the front court here, right wing. Looking on the interior, it's Kegba. It's going to be stolen away now for West Fargo. Packers right-handed scoop layup for 2. Nick Prairie's with his first 2 points in the contest. Nick is averaging 15 a night. And that's his first made field goal here for West Fargo, as it's now a 3-point edge for the Packers. Fargo South will go with it the other end of the floor, right-hand side, as this is Watson. Watson at the free throw line, looking backdoor for Hamilton. Driving kick action to tie. Kessel, no. Long rebound by Hamilton. Hamilton to the paint, off the window, can't get it to go. Another loose ball. Here's Watson, and there's a little hip check. Tiedemann will get called for the foul here as the officials will come across, or they'll give it to Nick Prairie. So they're going to give it to Nick. That'll be his first, better for a Packer point of view, because Tiedemann would have picked up his third. So Nick with his first, and the team's first here for the West Fargo Packers. Fargo South to inbound with a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Dangerous pass. Kessel is able to come down with it here for the Bruins. Kessel handoff now to Watson, and there's a steal, and here goes Leal. Leal with a two-handed slam. Tony Leal now in double digits with 11. Kind of slow motioned himself into making sure he could get up over the rim here for the dunk for the Packers. Other side stop, pop, 14-footer. That one's off the mark, no good from Fargo South for Shamba. Now it's Leal the other floor. Leal skips it, left-hand side Fitz. Fitz will rip it through. Gets the shot up, but can't get it to go off the iron. Rebound to Kessel. Outlet man up the other end of the floor. Hamilton with the left-handed layup for 2. Hamilton with 19 points here for the Fargo South Bruins, and Hamilton almost gets a steal. Now it's to Fitz. Fitz at the top of the key, right-hand side of Prairie's. Prairie's leaves it left wing for the Packers as Leo trying to get the steal. Instead, Hamilton gets on the floor. It's still loose like a pinball, and now it's going to be a timeout here for the West Fargo Packers as Keaton McGregor might have got the wind knocked out of him. At 14:55 left to play in the second half. Packers up by 3.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
West Fargo will retain the possession with 11 seconds on the shot clock here. The first timeout taken by head coach Adam Polcheski. So the Bruins and the Packers with 4 timeouts remaining each here in this contest of EDC boys basketball tonight here on yourliveevent.com. As Fargo South and West Fargo here, they will meet again at the end of the regular season on February the 23rd at Fargo South to close out regular season play. Packers in the front court here. Dribble handoff now. That'll go to Fitz. Fitz rises from the free throw line off the iron. No. Ball gets tipped by Leal, and he puts it back. Tony Leal tipped it right to himself. 13 points on Friday the 13th here for Tony Leal. Other side of the floor, Hamilton left wing now to Kegba. Kegba looking backdoor for the drive, gets the ball back from Kessel, goes through the paint, and Kegba gets fouled. Cole Kegba will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Good passing there between the bigs of Kessel and Kegba, playing a 2-man game with themselves. That'll be the second team foul here on the West Fargo Packers, and the second for Tony Leal. Free throw opportunity for Fargo South upcoming. For the Bruins, it's James Hamilton. But then if you can get 7, 8 points, add a Grant with double digits, Fargo South can quickly fill up the scoreboard as Kegba gets a free throw. On the opposite side for West Fargo, it's who's going to be the player when the shot clock gets to single digits. Who's going to be that guy for West Fargo that you give the ball to? They've had Bierenkot, they've had Limke, they've had guys here throughout the last couple of years, and Hagerly that has been able to be that kind of playmaker when the shot clock goes down to 5. And for West Fargo, they're still kind of figuring that out right now, but they got enough talent on the floor to be competitive night in and night out here in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Fargo South, this one will go to the left short corner. Bounce pass inside. Kegba shot, no. Rebound by Leal in West Fargo. And Tony Leal now nearly at his double-double. Other side, right-handed layup, and there's 2 points here for West Fargo. McGregor now has 5, and the West Fargo faithful wanted a little and one opportunity. Other side of the floor, here's Evan Booth. Triple, no. High rebound, won by Leal. Packers up by 5. They want to make it 7. And there's a hip check foul on Kegba. Kegba will pick up the foul, his third and the team's second here, as West Fargo with the 5-point edge right now. And taking a look at the numbers, Tony Leal with 13 points and now 10 rebounds as well here for Leal. So Leal will have his 7th double-double of the season here for West Fargo in 9 games. Packers to inbound as they handle it here with Keaton McGregor. Keaton leaves it at the right wing. Keaton trying to get by his defender, unable to do so off of who, and it's going to be last touch off of Fargo South. Good defense, though, by Trawali, getting on the floor there for Abu and trying to come up with that loose ball. Packers, nice no-look pass inside Keaton McGregor, and there's a foul. Trawali will pick up his second, the team's third, and here's an and-one opportunity here for West Fargo. Excuse me, this will be 2 shots for Keaton McGregor. Keaton with 5 points so far tonight, 3 of 6 from the foul line for the 6'1" junior. Right-handed toss is good. Second free throw attempt on the way here for Keaton. Our officials tonight, Jeremy Carney alongside Jeff McCracken and Ryan Gelner here on the floor for part of this officiating crew for this boys basketball contest. Free throw attempt number 2 is good as well, as McGregor goes 2 of 2 from the line now with 7. Fargo South down by 7. This is about the largest lead of the game so far here for West Fargo. Left-hand side is Kessel, and check that. Left-hand side is going to be Shamba, and a turnover here for Fargo South. So a turnover by the Bruins. West Fargo right now, a bucket, particularly a and one or a 3-point bucket to try to give them a 4-possession game. On the inside, just tripping and falling there is foul. Ball will be out of play on the inadvertent trip as his foot got tangled up with Shamba. And now West Fargo will pick up the full court pressure defense. 3 team fouls on the Bruins, 2 so far on the Packers as we near the 13-minute mark here. As Trawali will bring it in the front court for Fargo South. Now to Hamilton. Hamilton taking a couple of dribbles. Pops a pass inside Kegba, ball out of play, and it will go to Fargo South here. As coming back into the game is going to be Dean Grant with those 3 personal fouls. He picked up that third rather quickly in the second half. So head coach Mike Hendrickson took him out. Now for Fargo South, bringing him back in with that deficit that they see here at 7. This will go to Kessel here. Now around the horn, Grant looking to Hamilton, bounce pass, shot gets blocked by Leal on the inside, goes West Fargo, foul up the other end of the floor, left-hand side, fits to the 10, hangs from the baseline, can't get it to go, rebound tapped out, Leal will somehow come away with it, spin, shoots, no, rebounded, saved here by West Fargo, hitting the deck hard is going to be Peyton McGregor, and McGregor is going to come out of the game here. His knee came right down on the wall, and we'll have an injury timeout here as the clubs will go back to their respective benches as Peyton's going to get looked at here in West Fargo. We'll break with them with 12:29 left to play here in the second half. It's the Packers up by 7.
Wilf Dagelman started Dagelman Industries 60 years ago with one thing in mind. He wanted to make products that had a true impact on the farm. The foundation of Dagelman remains the same today. Build simple, heavy, reliable equipment that will last for generations. We choose to innovate rather than imitate and work hard to remain an industry leader. Wilf truly said it best. Build it right, build it heavy, and build it to last from top to bottom. If you're interested in joining our team, visit dagelman.com to view our openings.
Well, the good news, Peyton McGregor is able to go to the trainer's table here at West Fargo High School and get looked at. The Packers will go back and play some defense now as Fargo South brings it in the front court. Still to come, we'll get to our Tommy's Express Car Wash postgame show. Watson, three-pointer rattles out. Rebound tapped out and won by Grant here at Fargo South. And then it's going to be Keaton McGregor to come up with the steal. In the backcourt now, it's foul here for West Fargo. Coming up on our post-game show, again brought to you in part by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Final look at the numbers, our player of the game, and more in a abbreviated post-game show as we get you ready then for the girls' contest. 3 on the way off the iron, no rebound. Neal, not a foul. Ball gets skipped right-hand side to Fitz, to Tiedemann, back to McGregor. This one, dribble handoff, going hard to the paint, right-handed layup, and 2 shots of coming. As Fitz will go to the foul line to shoot 2. Foul comes across here on the West Fargo South Bruins. This will be Kessel's first, team's 4th. For the West Fargo Packers so far here tonight, shooting 10 of 14 from the foul line. Free throws attempt on the way here for Fitz. Gets the first, now with 11. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here as Cole Kegba will check into the game here for Fargo South. The Bruins down by 8. Free throw opportunity number 2 here for Fitz is good. So as Fargo is 4 of 4 from the foul line here in the second half, largest lead of the game for the Packers now. And this is a territory in which it teeters during a contest where you say, well, if one team gets another run in them, like Fargo South at 6-2, 8-2, they're right back in this contest once we get to under 10 minutes to play. If West Fargo can get a couple of stops and scores, all of a sudden they balloon it up to a 13, 15-point margin, and would that be too much to come back from for Fargo South? But the Bruins get a much-needed bucket here for James Hamilton. Hamilton now with 21 points on the night here for the Bruins. That is a team high and a game high. Near sideline is Fitz. Fitz going to drive by Kessel. Fitz has his shot blocked by Reese. And it's the Bruins going to score and a stop. Now a bucket here to make it a 2-possession game. Kegba, kick, Grant, and a foul here by Max Foul. Foul will pick up his 3rd and the team's 3rd here of the second half. And a fresh 30 on the shot clock here for the Fargo South Bruins as well. As checking in will be Prairies and Shell here for West Fargo. Both teams with their complement of timeouts remaining, just one taken by both clubs so far. Fargo South with 4 team fouls, while West Fargo currently has 3. Bruins, nice bounce pass on the inside by Hamilton, but misses the layup. I'm not sure he thought that the pass was going to thread the needle. And now West Fargo foul right-hand side Shell. This to make it a double-digit lead, unable to do so. Kessel clears the window up the other end of the floor. Fargo South driving, kick up and over action to Watson, out of play, and a turnover here for the Bruins. So some empty possessions now for Fargo South back-to-back times, as coming in will be Evan Booth here for Fargo South. Take a look at some of the updated numbers in this game. The Bruins shooting 41% from the floor, 3 of 10 from beyond the arc. Fargo South shooting 35% from the field and 31% from the land of 3. Prairie's left wing with the basketball here in the front court now for West Fargo. Ball goes around the horn to Tiedemann. Tiedemann back up top to foul. To the baseline out of Prairie's. Prairie's inside the paint, looks to spin, does on Kessel, and Reese gets the block. But there's a foul here on Kessel. Be his second, team's fifth, and 2 shots upcoming now for the West Fargo Packers, as this one will be with Prairie's. Prairie's so far with 2 points in the game here for the West Fargo Packers. And West Fargo back to the free throw line. Packers on the season, 75 points per game they're averaging. Defensively giving up 79. Free throw attempt here by Prairie's is good. Second one on the way here for Nick. The Packers 5 of 5 from the free throw line here in the second half. This to get up to a 9-point edge. And he got it. Now 6 of 6. Shooting well here, West Fargo from the foul line, no doubt about it. 14 of 18 from the stripe here for West Fargo, and that's been a difference in this game. Second time in the half that West Fargo leads it by 9. Grant left pocket 3, long, rebound Kessel, and then we're going to get tied up for with Kessel and Cole Tiedemann. Possession will go to the West Fargo Packers. West Fargo here with Max foul. We'll look to inbound it here for West Fargo. With 6 points in the game, and starting to see the Packers as well in this second half pick up a little bit more full court pressure defense here against Fargo South. So this one will come to the front court now for West Fargo. With it near sideline, that's going to be the hands of Max Foul. Foul goes to the 10, and Foul is going to get fouled. What a choppy game for both of these teams. Just haven't been able to get that rhythm. Foul will come on Fargo South. This will be on Dean Grant, his 4th, and that's a big one with Grant picking up his 4th. And it'll be a team 6th, and I'll show you that Max Foul was in the act of shooting, so Max will go to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2 from the stripe. Free throw attempt is good. Checking back in, it'll be James Hamilton for Fargo South. The Bruins so far in this second half just with 6 points. 4 by James Hamilton, 2 by Kegba, over 8 minutes of play. Second free throw attempt here for Foul is good. Well, in comparison for the West Fargo Packers right now, it's 19 points. So 19-6, West Fargo outscoring Fargo South in the second half. Bruins to the paint, shot off the mark, no by Locker. Ball goes the other way. Here comes West Fargo. Fitz leaves it, Tiedemann. Tiedemann right-hand side back to Fitz, and that'll be out of bounds. Looked like Fargo South might have went to a zone defense there for a brief moment, and the 2-3, and now Fargo South, all they need is a bucket. Fargo South needs to get to the free throw line or get something to go in the cylinder. Bruins will handle it here. Bounce pass to Kegba. Kegba looking for a back door on the find. Hamilton. Hamilton spins on the baseline. Can't get the shot off. Rebound on the interior. 1 to West Fargo. Foul goes the other end of the floor here for the Packers. Fitz finds a trailer. Tiedemann back to Fitz. Fitz with a shot fake, 15-foot pull-up, front iron, no. Rebound by Shell, no. Put back by Foul, no. Rebound by Shell, and he gets fouled. Max will go to the foul line to shoot 2 as the foul comes here on Fargo South. This will be on Evan Booth, his 1st, and again, team 7th. Fargo South just unable to buy a bucket here in this second half with 2 field goals, both coming from James Hamilton. Free throw attempt by Shell misses the 1st. But even though that's the case, the Packers, this is their largest lead of the game, but you can have 2 minutes rather quickly here in this game where South could just get a couple of shots off and get on a run and make it back to a 2-possession game rather quickly with where the score is. Free throw opportunity here for Shell at the line. Second one gets it to go. So Max gets in the scoring column here. West Fargo in this second half, 9 of 10 from the foul line as they have a 12-point lead. Kegba front court to Watson, back up top. This one will be to Booth. Kegba spins inside Hamilton for the finger roll layup and a timeout by Mike Hendrickson. Hamilton now has a game-high 23, but the Packers are up by 10 with under 9 minutes to play here in West Fargo.
Kate's Kennels, located in Castleton, North Dakota. We offer boarding for all of your furry companions. Whether you're going on vacation or you have an emergency, we are here for you. We know they are a member of your family, and we will treat them as if they were one of our own. Kennel tours are always welcome. Check us out on Facebook at Kate's Kennels or visit our website at kateskennels.com. Give us a call at 701-347-4176 for all your furry friend boarding needs.
Make sure you patronize all of our scoreboard sponsors and other sponsors that allow us to be here tonight on yourliveevent.com, our First Class Mortgage halftime show, and a host of others that allowed us to be here throughout these games here this evening. West Fargo will bring in the front court now to Prairies. Prairies on the interior, gives it to Tiedemann. Tiedemann, check that. That's going to be Leal. Shot off the mark. No rebound coming down to Cole Kegba. As this will go now for Fargo South. Bruins, left short corner here to Hamilton. Back to the baseline. Triple on the way. That rattles in. Drew Shamba with the triple here for the Fargo South Bruins. As now this will be a turnover here on Fargo South. Bruins will handle it right wing to Hamilton, and there's going to be follow-up coming here on West Fargo. McGregor picks up his first and the team's fourth. As for Fargo South, this one will be to Watson. Watson on the inside gets it to go. DeAndre Watson with his first field goal of the second half. He's got 9. And now it's West Fargo. Top of the key, Shell with the answer, 3. Max Shell now with 4 points off the bench for head coach Adam Palczewski's Packers. Right-handed layup off the mark, no good here by William Locker. West Fargo goes the other end of the floor, finds Keaton McGregor. Nice shot fake, can't get it to go, however. Leal back to McGregor inside. McGregor, layup, got it. McGregor now with 9. And we'll have a foul on the way here for West Fargo. Packers. This will be on Keaton McGregor, his second and the team's 5th. Hamilton will handle it. Nice little slip pass across the way to Cole Kegba, and ball will be out of play. And this one is going to go to the West Fargo Packers. So Isaac Fitz will check in here. And now for the West Fargo Packers, up by 10. Their largest lead of the game is 12. Fargo South able to cut it down to single digits ever so briefly, but Shell wants another 3. Why not? Shell with the triple, and Adam Palczewski with a big right-handed fist pump on the bench. Shell now with 7 points on the night. Other side of the floor, nice one off the window for 2 here for James Hamilton. He's got 25. West Fargo will bring in the front court here. Shell left-hand side to Leal. Leal with it inside the paint. Hang, baby hook, shot, no, rebound Kessel. And the Bruins now, if they want to push, they can maybe have a little bit of numbers. They give him the back to Hamilton. Hamilton rises, 15-footer, shot, no, rebound Kegba, put up, yes. Cole Kegba now with 4 points. He's been a menace on the window here tonight for West Fargo in terms of trying to get him on a box out. Shell wants another 3. Why not? Shell with his 3rd triple of the second half. He's in 10 points now. His season high is 11. And the Packers match their largest lead of the game. Hamilton to Kessel. Kessel left wing, under 6 minutes to play. Kessel on the baseline, shot up, no. Rebound Kegba, and Cole will go to the free throw line. Again, Cole Kegba has just been the guy that you want to try to keep off the window. However, West Fargo's had issues with that. McGregor will pick up his third, team 6, and by issues, it's just been more so of there's been times to find ways either on a tip or a block or just finding different things to adjust a shot. Kegba has done that here tonight for the Fargo South Bruins. As free throw attempt number 2. That'll rattle out. Offensive board, though, for Fargo South. Can they use it? Hamilton off the window. Can't get it to go. And now Leo will collect an offensive miss. This one will go now to the left-hand side for the Packers with Leo. Handoff left of the key. 3 on the way. Off the mark, no, by McGregor. And a rebound here for the Fargo South Bruins with James Hamilton. Hamilton finds a streaking Watson open for 2. Watson in double digits with 11, and the Bruins again just hanging around here, down by 9. Shell right-hand side now to Prairies. Prairies will handle it right of the key to Fitz. Fitz going to drive, shot up, and there's a foul. Watson will pick up the foul here, as DeAndre will pick up his second. It'll be the team's 8th, and 2 shots upcoming here for Fitz. Fitz with 12 points here on the night. Free throw opportunity on the way. Fitz gets it to go. Second one here for Fitz. Is up, and it's off the mark. Rebound here to Kessel, and Reese will pull it away. Kessel now in the front court, right wing, free throw line extended. Gives it now to Cole Kegba. Inside, shot up is good here for Hamilton. Hamilton with 27 here for the Fargo South Bruins, who again are down by 8. So slowly but surely, down by 9, down by 8, but will time run out here on the south side. West Fargo, they can be very selective in the half court with their shot of what they want to find. Leal. And there's a foul here on the reach. This will be on Watson. That'll be the team's 9th, his 3rd, and a timeout on the floor here with Adam Polcheski. We'll break as well. Packers up by 8.
Fact. High schools need every sports official they can find. Want to ensure that kids keep playing? Become an official and a leader. Over 25,000 North Dakota student athletes participate in statewide school-sponsored sports programs. Sports provide students with real-time training for real life. Teamwork and planning under pressure provide our young men and women with skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Without officials, high school sports wouldn't exist. It may be more.
Still to come, we'll get to our post-game show. Thanks in part to our friends at Tommy's Express Car Washes. Love your ride at Tommy's Express. You can sign up in the app or the Google Play or the App Store for your first month of unlimited washing with 2 locations in Fargo and 2 in Moorhead at Tommy's Express Car Wash. West Fargo up by 8 over the Fargo South Bruins. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you here tonight. After the timeout on the floor, both teams will have a 3 remaining. And going to the free throw line here for the make one to get one is Mr. Tony Leal. Leal, the 6'5" junior forward. Free throw opportunity is short. Rebound comes to Kessel here, and the Packers unable to get anything on the foul line. Fargo South a bucket to make it a 2-possession game. Hamilton gets into the paint. 12-footer got it to go. Hamilton is able to find his shot. He's got 29 points, 3 away from his season high. Other side goes Max Shield. Shield lost it for a moment. Nice steal by Locker. Now to Kessel. Kessel will handle the basketball across the paint to Grant. Back inside to Kessel. Shot blocked by McGregor. As Keaton able to get the block shot, and the Bruins are right back within this contest. Largest deficit at 12 a couple times here in the second half. But it's the Bruins slowly but surely getting back into this contest with 4 minutes to play. As Tiedemann will check in here for West Fargo. Inbounding the basketball here on the baseline for the Bruins. This one goes to left-hand side to Grant. Grant rips it through. Shot up, no. Rebound, Hamilton. Hamilton tries to go up with it, and then there's a foul. As Hamilton will get fouled here. And it will be a foul on the way. This will be on Tiedemann, his third, team's seventh, and it should be 2 shots here upcoming for James Hamilton. And they will say it's the 1-and-1, so it was before the shot on the floor. This to get to 30. Hamilton's got it. 30 points now for Hamilton. Hamilton 3 of 5 from the foul line. This to make it a 4-point game. Off the front iron, rebound coming underneath now to Isaac Fitz. Fitz in the front court, bounce pass. McGregor had it, throws it up, off the mark, ball tipped out. It's still loose, and coming down with it, it's Grant here for Fargo South. And then there's a steal. Other side of the floor goes to Leal here, and for West Fargo, they can leave it inside Leal, and there's going to be a foul here before the shot. Foul on the floor with Reese Kessel. That'll be his third. Team's 10th, and 2 shots upcoming here for Mr. Leal. It's a tough one there for the Bruins. They got the stop, but then the turnover comes. Leal, if he goes 1 of 2, it's still a 2-possession game, but if he makes both of them, able to get up by 3 possessions. Leal, first free throw attempt, got it. Second one upcoming here for the Packers. Free throw attempt on the way here for Tony Leal. Shot is up, and shot is good. So Leal goes 2 of 2 from the foul line here as the Packers are up by 7. And Fargo South looking for a bucket. Kessel gives it. Grant, shot fake. Grant takes it. Back to Kessel here. Reese, left-hand side to Locker. Locker at the high post, looking on the interior. Lost it for a moment. Back to Grant here. It's still loose underneath, out of play with 6 seconds on the shot clock. So 6 seconds on the clock here. Fargo South will have to work with it quickly. Reminder still to come after the conclusion of this game. It's the Packer girls and the Bruin girls for EDC girls basketball. That looks like closer to about an 8 o'clock tip at this juncture. Kessel in the front court here, and we'll have a foul. Foul comes across on Keaton McGregor, his 4, team's 8th, and Hamilton goes to the foul line for the 1-and-1 opportunity. Hamilton was just there moments ago. This will be the front end of a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Fargo South and the 6'4" junior guard in James Hamilton. Free throw attempt, got it. This free throw to match the season high for Hamilton with a make. 32 points against West Fargo Cheyenne for Fargo South earlier this season for Mr. Hamilton. Second one for James. Off the back tab, no. Rebound tapped out by Leal, poked away by Kegba. Kegba will handle on the left block. This one goes on the interior here to Hamilton. Hamilton banging his way, hang, shooting, there's a foul. Foul will get called for the foul here as Max will call for that one. That will be Max's 4th and the team's 9th. That was in the act of shooting, so Hamilton goes to the free throw line now for the 2 shots. And the Bruins back to the free throw line. Hamilton first, got it to go. Matches his season high. Second free throw attempt on the way for Hamilton. Hamilton gets it now with a season high 33 points here for Fargo South. West Fargo in the front court here with Max Foul. Foul with the crossover. Foul, bounce pass across the paint. And this one going to get stolen away here by the Fargo South Bruins. So South able to get the steal. Back within 4. A bucket to make it a 1-possession game. Kessel looking right short corner. Finds Hamilton. Hamilton left of the key. Grant 3-pointer off the mark. No. Ball is free underneath. And then there's going to be a foul here as this will be with Kegba with the foul. Kegba will pick up his 4th. That one going to the free throw line, and Anna Palczewski wants a timeout. We'll break with him here at 2:33 left to play in regulation. That's the Packers. Will be at the free throw line after the timeout here on your liveevent.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
As we come back here inside West Fargo High School, taking a look at last season here for James Hamilton and seeing some of his numbers, 34 points against Fargo Shanley a season ago, so that is his career high here for Fargo South, but currently again with 33 points for the Bruins as they square off with the West Fargo Packers. West Fargo just been balanced in this second half from top to bottom so far. You got 10 points off the bench for Shell in this second half. You got 6 for Leal, 6 for McGregor, 4 by Prairies, 3 apiece then by Tiedemann and Fitz, and 2 by Max Fowl here for the West Fargo Packers. West Fargo trailed after one half of play, 37-35 over Fargo South. These two teams will meet again on February 23rd at the Bruin Den to close out regular season play. Free throw opportunity, first one rattles out here for West Fargo. Tiedemann, second free throw attempt here for the Packers, and he got it. So Cole goes 1 of 2 from the foul line. Packers with 2 timeouts remaining. Jump ball favors Fargo South as the Bruins will bring in the front court. Hamilton, left-hand side for Fargo South. Leaves it now to Kessel. Kessel, left wing. Back to left-hand side. Bruins looking, left baseline now. Back, and then there's going to be a steal here and a turnover. Fitz will handle it here for the Packers. Left wing as this will go to Tiedemann. Tiedemann to the right-hand side for the Packers on the interior. Here's Leal. Leal going up, and then there's a foul here on the grab with Kegba. Kegba was holding his waist, and if it's not on him, it might be on Hamilton. Foul comes on Kegba here. Or on DeAndre Watson, excuse me. That's DeAndre, his 4th. So Watson went straight up, but again, he had the hip around with the other hand. Free throw by Leal is good. Leal now with 16 points in the contest. The aforementioned Kegba returns to the floor. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for Tony Leal. 9 points in the first half, as the Packers look to put this game away at the free throw line. Free throw attempt number 2, got it. Bruins got to go down by 7. Kegba, Fargo South now with Locker in the front court. Locker trying to split a double team. It's still loose. Kegba whips it now to Watson. DeAndre gives it back to Kegba here at the top of the key to Hamilton. Hamilton. This one to Kegba, down the paint, kick, Grant, open, 3, got it. Dean Grant with the triple, his first field goal of the second half. He's got 9, and Mike Hendrickson wants a timeout. He wants a 30 here. We'll keep it here with 89 seconds left to play in this contest. 72-68 Packers over the Fargo South Bruins. Fargo South, if they could come back, will get to 5-4 on this season. West Fargo looking to get to 4-5 on the year overall with a win here today as they trying to hold on now against Fargo South. Packers, largest lead of the game, 12 points. And then Fargo South just slowly but surely kept back into this contest with 1:29 left to play here in the second half. 33 points, the lead for James Hamilton. While for West Fargo, led right now by the 17 points here of Tony Leal. Leal averaging 15 a night. Packers will handle rock as this will be with Max Fowl. Foul on this full court pressure defense. Gives it up the floor here for West Fargo as they go. This one, Keaton McGregor shot blocked. It's a loose ball and Grant will handle it the other way. Grant in the front court foul tries to get the steal. Kegba, and then we're going to have a traveling violation here on Fargo South. So the Bruins get the stop, and then they turn the ball over right back. And now for Fargo South, they don't need to foul yet. They can still play this 30-second shot clock out. get a stop and a score quickly. But one thing is West Fargo, when they've had the ball, they really haven't been taking too much time off the clock. Now they look to do so here and try to milk it under 60 seconds if they can. And then we're going to have a foul, as this foul will coming up on Fargo South and Locker, his second. 2 shots upcoming here is going to the free throw line will be West Fargo's Cole Tiedemann. Tiedemann 1 of 2 from the foul line in the second half with 4 points here in the game. Tiedemann free throw, got it. Second free throw attempt on the way for West Fargo to try to get this lead up to 6. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way is good as well. Tiedemann now with 6 points here for the Packers, as Locker will handle it now for Fargo South in the front court with under 60 seconds to play. And there's a little double dribble here for the Bruins. As Fargo now will have to contend with a full court pressure defense and both teams in the double bonus. If it is a jump ball, it'll be possession arrow to Fargo South. Max Foul looking to get it in before a 5 count. There's going to be a timeout here for West Fargo. We'll break as well with 59.9 left to play. Packers up by 6.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Are you tired of the same old grower meetings? Then Precision Planting's Winter Conference 23 is for you. Announcing our new location for this year's event. Join us at the Alaris Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota, January 18th or 19th. You will hear from Precision Planting engineers and staff on new technologies, inputs, and practices. Winter Conference 23, January 18th and 19th at the Alaris Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. To register, visit planterdoc.com.
I'm really happy here because on a daily basis when I get here, I'm so excited to work with the people around me.
I thoroughly like walking through the door and seeing everybody. It's a great place to work.
Every Sunday I'm ready to come to work Monday morning. Like, we laugh and we joke, but we get work done. But I've never had a bad day here.
Packers lead it by 6 right now with the Fargo South Bruins late in this one here in the Eastern Dakota Conference. After the timeout for West Fargo, they'll just have 1 remaining. West Fargo getting right to their season average of 75 points per game, while for Fargo South, they're right at their season average of 68 points per contest. Packers got in before a 5 count. They do to Leal. Now in the backcourt again. This one. Tiedemann finds a teammate here to foul, up the floor to Leal. Leal ball gets patted away here by Kegba. Out of play, and it'll be to West Fargo. Kegba thought he was able to get it tipped out, and they'll talk it over here, and it will stay with West Fargo. Packers open underneath. Easy slip for 2. Isaac Fitz now with 15 points. Fargo South, they got to go down by 8. Bruins. This one, Locker, left block, shot up, no. Rebound here to West Fargo, and there's a foul. Locker will pick up his 3rd, and for the Packers, I'll go to the free throw line here with Isaac Fitz to close this game away. 15 points here for Fitz on the night. As the Packers looking to pick up their 2nd win since a week ago today when they beat West Fargo Cheyenne, lost to Davies on Tuesday. We're looking to pick up another Eastern Dakota Conference victory here with the win. Free throw attempts, got it. Now with 17 here for Fitz. Fargo South in the front court to Kessel. Kessel right to the key. 3-pointer on the way, got it. And a timeout here for Mike Hendrickson. Reese Kessel with the triple. Reese now with 5 points in the game, and there's a timeout on the floor. 28.9 to play here in regulation. It's the Bruins down by 7.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
West Fargo leads by 7 here on YourLiveEvent.com. Coming up, we'll get to our abbreviated post-game show, and then we'll get you set for the girls' contest between West Fargo and Fargo South. That'll be coming up later tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Bruins and the Packers on this Friday, January the 13th, here in West Fargo. Timeout there by Coach Mike Hendrickson. Fargo South will have 1 remaining. The Bruins can try to get a steal or a jump ball quickly. A jump arrow favors Fargo South. And West Fargo getting ready to handle this one as the Packers doing the backcourt. And bring it across now for Isaac Fitz. Here's a double team, and that's going to be an over and back and a turnover here on West Fargo. So they do shave about 8 seconds off the clock, but Fargo South gets the ball back in a bucket to make it a 2-possession game. Fargo South here with Hamilton. Hamilton driving kick to Booth, left pocket 3. That's in, and Mike Hendrickson wants a timeout. So Booth with the triple give Hamilton the assist, and Fargo South now has a 3 in this second half by Shamba Grant. You have Kessel and Evan Booth here, all with at least a 3 here for Fargo South. They have 7 in the game, and the Bruins are back within 4. 13.1 seconds left to play. That's the last timeout, however, for Fargo South. So they will be without any more timeouts to stop the clock. Even a foul and 2 made free throws for West Fargo, it'd still be a 2-possession game, but it's just a matter of how much time comes off the clock now for Fargo South. Do they have 2 possessions left in them from an offensive standpoint to try to get the ball in the front court here twice without a steal if all that they can do is foul? And for West Fargo, you make your free throws, this one's over. If you miss, you've given Fargo South a little bit of daylight here, an opportunity, as they've done throughout this game, to come back and try to win it here late in this contest. The JV game was a barn burner where Fargo South won by a 3-pointer nearly at the buzzer, and they're going to try to do that here in the varsity game as well. Packers to inbound here with Tiedemann as they get it to McGregor here now to Tiedemann. There's going to be the foul with 10.9. Shamba will pick up his 3rd, and going to the foul line will be Cole Tiedemann. 3 of 4 from the foul line here in this second half. And 6 points on the night for the senior. 2 shots upcoming here for Tiedemann. Free throw attempt number 1, got it. Second free throw attempt here for Tiedemann. This to get it to a 6-point game. Free throw attempt number 2 is off the mark. Rebound here by Kessel. Fargo South now with Hamilton. Hamilton comes into a 3. Got it to go. The clock will continue to wind. Hamilton with the triple, and there's the foul with 2.1 left. Kessel with the foul. That's his 4th. And the Packers here will go line with Keaton McGregor. 36 here for Hamilton. That is now a career high. And another 3 here for Fargo South. Free throw attempt by McGregor. He makes them both. The night's done. Free throw. Missed. And now Fargo South, even with the made free throw, can either win the game or a chance to tie. So a 2.1. If West Fargo fouls, it would be 2 shots the other way. McGregor, free throw, short off the front end. Rebound gets tipped out to McGregor here, and that'll do it. The West Fargo Packers defeat the Fargo South Bruins by a final of 79-77. The Packers improved to 4-5, 4-4 in conference play, while for Fargo South, they dropped to 4-5 and 4-4 in Eastern Conference play. Our post-game show is next on YourLiveEvent.com. As we get to our post-game show here, brought to you in part by our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. With 2 locations in Fargo and 2 in Moorhead, they've got the tools and the expertise to keep your car clean inside and out at Tommy's Express Car Wash. Foul numbers in this one, and it was a good EDC basketball game tonight between 2 teams here in the EDC. The West Fargo Packers shoot 35% from the floor, 39% from beyond the arc, and 28 of 39 from the foul line, while for Fargo South, 46% from the floor, 8 of 17 from the land of 3, and 9 of 17 from the foul line here for Fargo South. 42 rebounds to 37 in favor of West Fargo, 16 turnovers for the Bruins, 11 for the Packers. Individual numbers, West Fargo led by the 17 points here of Tony Leal. Leal again was 17 points. Isaac Fitz had 17, 10 by Shell, 9 by Keaton McGregor. Max Fowl with 8. Tiedemann was 7, with McGregor was 7. And Nick Prairies was able to finish with 4 points here in this one. On the opposite side, 36 on the way here for James Hamilton in this contest. 11 then by DeAndre Watson, and you had Dean Grant. Grant was able to finish with 9 points. 8 then by Kegba, 5 by Kessel, 3 by Booth, 3 by Shamba, and 2 points by Mr. Locker. Again, the Fargo South Bruins led by the 36, a career high with James Hamilton. As we continue here on our post-game show, it's now time to hand out some of our awards. First, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Well, that goes to James Hamilton. 17 points in the first half, 19 points in the second half. Hamilton will also finish with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. James Hamilton with 14 made field goals is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Enbridge Energy for life at enbridge.com for career opportunities. From there now to our RDK Enterprises feature Precision Players of the Game. Well, that's Fargo South, West Fargo again, just being balanced with Tony Leal, Isaac Fitz, and Max Shell. Those 3 guys really played well. Tony Leal with a double-double, 17 points, 15 boards. Fitz with 17, and Max Shell with 10 points off the bench with 3 made threes here tonight for the Packers. Those are our RDK Enterprises feature Precision Players of the Game. Make plans to attend Precision Planting's Winter Conference at the Alara Center in Grand Forks on January 18th and the 19th. Go to planterdoc.com to register. Again, new technologies, inputs, and practices. And you can speak with their engineers and staff at the RDK Enterprises Winter Conference coming up January 18th and the 19th at the Alara Center in Grand Forks. To register, visit planterdoc.com. The Packers win it by 2. Up next at Red River on Tuesday, while for Fargo South, they will host the Huskies on Tuesday night. Coming up in about 20 minutes will be the opening tip between West Fargo and the Fargo South Bruins in the girls contest. And make sure you go to our website again, yourliveevent.com, for that contest coming up next here on Your Live Event.